Explosive crime. A restaurant goes up in flames, but what happens next in this video is even more chilling. Tonight, 5 Investigates is digging into a controversial issue. Should suspects who are clearly mentally ill be forced to take medication so they are competent to stand trial?
Our Brittany Johnson is here with a case that's raising some tough questions, and we do want to warn you, some of the material in this story is difficult to watch.
Prosecutors say this is Edmund Charette, gas can in hand, outside a Chinese restaurant in Leominster in 2021. And this is what happens next. A bright flash erupts. Charette jumps out of the broken window. The restaurant and Charette himself on fire. The damage inside, extensive. Charette had burns all over his body. He was arrested the next month. 3 years after the arson in this Leominster Plaza, Edmund Charette is still in federal custody. He and his case stuck in limbo. The reason? His mental health has deteriorated so much, the judge says he is not competent to stand trial.
A decision was made by psychology staff to place Charette on suicide watch.
It's not the first time Charette has been in federal custody and in a mental health crisis. This video obtained by 5 Investigates is from 2019 when Charette was in custody for a different case. It's shot inside the psychiatric wing of Federal Medical Center Devens in Massachusetts.
He has been observed urinating and defecating in milk cartons.
Charette is threatening to throw those milk cartons at anyone coming into his cell. The heavily armored correction officers are prepared to extract him by force if necessary.
Charette, come to the food slot and come up.
The video, a rare glimpse behind prison walls of how a federal prison handles an inmate that is both uncooperative and mentally ill. When pepper spray doesn't work, they force him out. Once he's restrained, they clean off the pepper spray and return him to a cell. Charette was eventually released on probation, which ended with that arson arrest and his return to the federal prison system. After the judge declared him incompetent to proceed to trial, prosecutors responded with a solution. They want to forcibly medicate Charette with powerful antipsychotic medication so his competency to stand trial can be restored.
The reason they're proposing he take medication is not for his well-being. It's really, in this instance, about can he regain competency to stand trial so that we can move him forward in the system.
LaSalle University criminal justice professor Kelly Wallace studies competency and the criminal justice system. She says the decision about forced medication has to balance an inmate's rights with society's.
Arson is a pretty big deal. It's a very significant event that damages individuals' communities. We really don't want to drop that charge. However, keeping an individual whose competency is in question in one of these facilities is not in anyone's best interest, because research has shown that competency restoration programs that take place in jails and prisons are not successful because of the environment in jails and prisons.
Wallace says the harmful effect prisons can have on mental health was on display in the video of Charette's forced cell extraction.
It's really tough to watch, yeah.
She says we can have a system that respects mental health and criminal justice, but we don't have one yet.
That's really at the heart of this issue, is that we don't have the resources for these folks who need them, and thus they get funneled into the justice system, which doesn't serve anybody, as these types of situations show us.
Edmund Charette's lawyer did not respond to requests for comment. The judge will decide whether to order him forcibly medicated after a hearing scheduled for October 28th. And the issue of how mental illness is treated in prison is something we have covered in depth. You can find these stories on our website, WCVB.com. Reporting in the studio, Brittany Johnson, 5 Investigates.
Brittany, thank you. And if you have a tip for 5 Investigates, you can call them at 781-433-4018. You can also send them an email, 5investigates@WCVB.com.